what's the WNBA gonna think? What are the fans gonna think? What are my teammates gonna think? Like, I immediately felt like I was letting everybody down.
I've never not wanted, good for, the people around me. And because I put my pride in the work and I put my head down to do that.
Made an effort to get up and put pressure on people. They're fast, I know, but if we can continue to do that, that's just gonna have to be a habit.
Did Stephanie White really steal Christie Sides' job? That's what Sheryl Swoopes is saying, and it's causing a huge stir in the WNBA world. Swoopes isn't holding back, calling out White and the Indiana Fever for how they handled Sides' firing. But is it true? Is Swoopes right, or is there more to this story? The Fever's record under Sides wasn't great, but Swoopes swears she did an amazing job. We're about to break down what really happened and why Swoopes is so fired up about it. Okay, you're not gonna believe what Sheryl Swoopes just said about Stephanie White. It's wild. Swoopes is out here claiming that White straight up stole Christie Sides' job. Can you imagine? That's some serious drama in the WNBA world. But hold on, because there's more to this story. Swoopes isn't just throwing accusations around. She's actually saying Sides did an amazing job with the Fever. Let's break this down for a second. Swoopes thinks Sides deserve to keep coaching, and she's not holding back at all. Here's what's got everyone talking. Swoopes is praising Sides for getting the Fever to the playoffs, and yeah, that's a big deal. The Fever hadn't made it to the playoffs since 2016. That's a long time, but you gotta wonder, was just making the playoffs really enough?
This group, that draft class that came out, they've taken really good leaps at making teams better, and I think C-Square has done that for us.
I had tried out for some previous USA basketball teams, got cut just, for whatever reason, wasn't good enough, the talent around me was better.
Like that, and I think for me personally, I'm focused on my team and what we got going on right now. The record for me.
I mean, come on, the Fever had Caitlin Clark. That's like having a superstar on your team. Clark's been lighting up the court left and right. You'd think with a player like that, the expectations would be through the roof. But Swoopes is acting like just squeaking into the playoffs is this massive achievement. Don't get me wrong, it's not nothing. But in the WNBA, teams are hungry for more than just a playoff appearance. They want championships, they want dominance. I think Swoopes might be missing some key info here. The Fever, they're not just looking to participate, they want to compete at the highest level. Making the playoffs is great, but it's just the first step. The team management, the fans, they're all dreaming bigger. And get this, there's a whole other side to this story we haven't even touched yet. You think Swoopes' accusations are shocking? Just wait till you hear what was really going on with the Fever last season. The fans weren't exactly thrilled with Sides' coaching. Imagine being at a game and hearing people scream "Fire Christie" from the stands. That's rough, right? And it wasn't just random outbursts. People were actually complaining about her coaching decisions. Alright, let's cut through the noise and get to the heart of this Fever situation. You've heard Swoopes' take, but what if everything you thought you knew about Christie Sides' coaching was wrong? The truth behind those "Fire Christie" chants is about to change how you see this whole drama. Let's talk about what really went down with the Indiana Fever last season. Yeah, they made it to the playoffs, but that's not the whole story. The Fever hadn't been to the playoffs since 2016.
For myself, like coming in, right off my college season and then coming right to the WNBA, having that reset has been something that I probably haven't had in like a year.
Indianapolis' finest. Big shot.
How much more experience that gives you over other players coming in, right? So people say, dang, like he or she's killing them.
That's 7 long years of disappointment for the fans. So when they finally made it, everyone was hyped, right? Well, not exactly. Making the playoffs is cool and all, but the Fever's overall performance, it wasn't great, like at all. Fans were frustrated, and I mean really frustrated. Imagine being at a game and hearing people screaming "Fire Christie" from the stands. That's not just a few angry fans, that's a whole mood in the arena. Crazier than that are the weird coaching decisions. Sides was out there making calls that had everyone scratching their heads. Picture this, your team's on fire, they're in the zone, momentum's building, and then bam, Sides calls a timeout. It's like she's putting out her own team's fire. Who does that? It wasn't just 1 or 2 times either. This was happening over and over. The Fever would be on a roll, and Sides would shut it down with a poorly timed timeout. It's like she was coaching for the other team sometimes. Can you imagine how frustrating that must have been for the players? And let's not forget about the substitutions. There were times when key players like Caitlin Clark were sitting on the bench during crucial moments. I mean, come on, you've got one of the hottest rookies in the league, and she's warming the bench when you need her most? That's not just bad coaching, that's basketball blasphemy.
What Caitlin brought obviously helped, but I think her and her play and utilizing us to like show as a group what we can do is super special.
14th win for the Fever. I had this been in a long time. All right, we keep moving forward.
But when I say mentally and emotionally draining, those are things that male athletes don't have to think about.
Some insiders are saying that any improvements the team made weren't even because of Sides. The players were stepping up their game on their own, despite her strategies. That's pretty damning, don't you think? So yeah, Sides' coaching record, it speaks for itself, and it's not saying anything good. This wasn't just about making the playoffs, it was about a team that could have been great, held back by questionable coaching decisions. Just when you thought the Fever couldn't get any more dramatic, in walks Stephanie White. But hold up, this isn't just another coaching change. White's got a connection to this team that goes way back, and it's about to flip everything you thought you knew about the Fever's future. Ready for the real story behind her return? Stephanie White isn't just some random coach swooping in. She used to coach the Fever. We're talking from 2011 to 2016. That's a long time to build a connection with a team. White knows the Fever inside and out. She's been there, done that, and now she's back for more. White was coaching the Connecticut Sun before this. So why'd she leave? You might think there's some big drama or conspiracy, right? Nope. White says it was for personal reasons. No crazy backstory, no secret deals. Sometimes life just happens, you know? Now, let's talk about why the Fever might be so pumped to have White back. When she coached them before, she was amazing at developing talent. Imagine having a team full of stars, and you've got to make them all shine together. That's not easy. But White did it. She got the Fever to the playoffs, and they were playing like a real powerhouse. Guess what's even cooler? White's not just any coach coming back to Indiana. She's coming home. White's an Indiana native, folks. She's got Fever blood running through her veins. She played for them, she coached them, and now she's back to take them to the top. So forget all that talk about White stealing Christie Sides' job. That's not what this is about at all. This is about a coach who knows the Fever, loves the Fever, and wants to see them win. It's like the prodigal daughter coming home, ready to turn things around.
If I'm gonna go out anyway, I'm going out on my sword and my own 2 feet, and I think I pride myself on.
She's a senior. She's a senior, but I think her COVID year was last year.
You know, a team that likes each other, you know, they play harder for each other. They sacrifice for each other. I believe that with my whole heart.
But wait, there's more to this story that Sheryl Swoopes isn't telling you. White's return, it's not just about nostalgia or feeling good. The Fever are making a smart move here. They're bringing in someone who's proven she can handle the pressure and get results. And with the talent they've got now, things are about to get real exciting in Indiana. While everyone's been focused on the Caitlin Clark show, another player has been quietly dominating the game. Her stats are off the charts, her play is next level, but somehow she's flying under the radar. What if I told you the Fever's real MVP isn't who you think it is? Let's talk about Kelsey Mitchell for a second. This girl's been on fire, and Sheryl Swoopes knows it. Swoopes is out here saying Mitchell had a hell of a season. And you know what? She's not wrong. Mitchell's been putting up numbers that would make any coach grin from ear to ear. So why isn't anyone talking about Mitchell? Can you believe that? Mitchell's out there bawling her heart out, and all anyone can talk about is Caitlin Clark. It's like Mitchell's playing in Clark's shadow, and that's just not fair. Imagine being that good and still getting overlooked. That's gotta sting, right? You're out there giving it your all, game after game, and it's like you're invisible. Swoop has even said Mitchell got totally overlooked this season, and it's all because of the Caitlin Clark circus. That's harsh, but it's true. Swoopes thinks Mitchell's had the best year of her career. That's huge. We're talking about a player who's been in the league for years, and she's still getting better. That's the kind of player you build a team around.
After the record, it's like I salute people like Enrique because off the floor we're really great friends, really good mates, and so we tend to like work out and train together.
I appreciate it because of the deal with competitors and what she's done for us and paved the way to even for us to be here. We're eternally grateful for her.
I think the league is in a really good place right now. I think we're headed in the right direction, but I also think we have a long ways to go.
It's not just about the stats. Mitchell's been through it all with the Fever. Swoopes says she's weathered the storm of Indiana Fever basketball. Think about that for a second. All those losing seasons, all those tough times, and Mitchell's still there, still fighting, still getting better. Both Mitchell and Clark are incredible players. They could be the best duo in the WNBA, but instead of celebrating both of them, everyone's just focused on Clark. It's like having two superstars on your team, but only one of them gets the spotlight. Mitchell might just be the unsung hero of the Fever's season. She's been crushing it on the court even if the headlines don't show it, and you know what? That might be exactly what the Fever need to take things to the next level. Hey, thanks for watching WNBA fans. We appreciate you sticking it out to the end. Here's another video to watch, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's go.